thank you so much for this opportunity. For the newcomers or those who may not be familiar with the DIAS system, my colleague Stacia shared out this handout. So what you see in green is the organizational structure of the Ministry of Agriculture. The one in black is the local government structures. The one in blue is the DIAS. So as SANE, our role is to strengthen the system, because after assessment by USAID under the NEAS project, they noted that the system has potential to support one, coordination of partners, service providers and agricultural extension, but also to support adoption and sustainability of technologies, because there is there'll be engagement, learning between the service providers and the farmers themselves. So by looking at the blue structure as innovation platforms, then that's when you get better coordination, where partners will harmonize, partners will integrate, partners will know who is doing what, where in the district or in the area. So issues of coordination might be minimized. Based on that, our role as SANE is to make sure that the platforms are functioning. Functioning in the sense that they know what is their functions, as it was developed or conceptualized by the 2006 implementation guidelines. Let me mention that this system is what operationalized the new agriculture extension policy of 2000. We are all aware that Pluralistic brought in so many partners from the landscape that Catherine presented earlier on, the government, NGOs, civil society, and then the faith-based organization, farmers organization, all those are providing extension services. So without a proper framework of coordination, there would be chaos. Hence, this system was put in place to make sure that there is order in provision of extension, and that the farmers out there are getting the benefits of pluralism, are getting are looking at things from the value chain point of view. Because sometimes we have kind of abused this word value chain. We are doing just one step in the value chain, and the farmers don't see the whole range of value chain actors. But with this, we thought it might be the value chain actors will be well organized, will be the producers, the agro-processors, the transporters, so that the farmers are benefiting. Now, what you see here is the theory of change. What SANE is working on, is believing in. When we are strengthening the platforms, our belief is that if the DIAS structures that you are seeing in blue are strengthened in the sense that the platform members know that they are there to discuss, they are there to represent their communities, because they are becoming members after being elected at a community level. For those of you that have the handout, the VACs get their representation from the different interest groups that are there in the communities. The circles in green are just examples of groups that you get there. So each group will elect a member that will represent them in a VAC. And that member will be representing the interests of their groups and is expected to report back to their group what they are doing, the meeting, how the meeting went, what was their request to the service providers. And again, the service providers are also supposed to engage with the farmers using the same platform. So, bearing in mind that my time is so limited, I was focusing on the theory of change, that if those platforms are functioning, people are meeting, they are pushing out the demands, they are sharing the success stories, and that people understand that the policy now is pluralism. They should be able to coordinate, leverage resources so that farmers are able to benefit, and that we have built capacity of those platforms. Because sometimes the challenge has been that we put in place a committee or a platform, but we have never invested enough to build their capacity so that it functions. And that if these are well functioning, then there will be improved coordination of the service providers. We are also looking at farmers as stakeholders in this, so that when you agree with farmers to do something, they are also part and parcel of the action. Collaboration, and we are also looking at these platforms as spaces where farmers would voice out what they need, voice out what the different service providers are providing, whether the services are good, whether the services have issues. Yeah. Then, with that, will lead to improved access, but also quality of extension services. So, as SANE, what we've been doing is to measure, we do annual assessment of how coordination and collaboration has improved, how the functionality has improved. So we collaborated with IFPRI to measure the last part of access. That's why when IFPRI was presenting the results, Catherine was presenting, he was mentioning about the access, because we as SANE, we don't measure the access. We partnered with IFPRI to see whether farmers are accessing extension services and also whether the quality of services is improving. So in short, that's what we were doing with IFPRI, and that's why we were interested. My take-home message to you is that we are many in this space. We need to coordinate. If we really want farmers to improve their livelihoods, and also extension is there to stay. To me, I say extension is a resilient area or a resilient profession. People have thought of doing away with it, but only to resurface. So extension will be there so long as we want to engage with farmers. And that there is need for us to build the capacity, particularly of the grassroots platform, the VACs, because that's where the issues that are emerging, they are also representing their interest groups. So, and that this research, what we're doing as SANE, our assessments of the platforms, and what IFPRI did, the 3-year research, has provided a proof of concept that it's possible to measure impact in extension. Sometimes in extension we say it's very difficult to measure impact in extension, but this has provided proof that it's possible. So I hope Nicholas will be kind enough to help continue the study, because we are interested, but maybe the budget issues are emerging between us and IFPRI. Thank you so much.